we did a 4 song demo, right? It had 4 songs. It had a song called Out of Time, Out of Mind. It had a song called Are You Free? I can't remember the third song. And we had a song called Breaking My Heart, Pretty Brown Eyes on it. I can't remember what the third one was. Those were all on the first album. I remember our rehearsal space at the time. We finished Breaking My Heart. And that demo was like almost 8, 10 minutes long. Much better than the album version. I mean, demo versions are always, it's just amazing. And I remember I didn't tell anybody. I didn't show, but I was tearing up a little bit. Something was really special about that. It was just like something. It was real spiritual. I'll say that. And from the time, no one knew we didn't have a deal or anything like that. We were playing original songs. So as I said before, we were the king of like these showcases, and that's what limited our exposure in some of these I don't know. That's what limited some of our exposure in some of these places because we were playing original music and we just love making original stuff. That was the whole thing. It was like, y'all got some originals, that was the big thing. And yeah, that song was really special. So every time we played it, it got to be so popular for people who knew it. Play that Brown Eyes song. Play that song. It was like our own little hit without having to deal. So, and I knew that we had something, and we always approached the stage or a show as if we um, were playing like Madison Square Garden. We'd have these big elaborate segues and go from song to song because we wanted to keep the energy up, you know. And what's interesting is at the time, because Mint Condition was known a lot for their ballads and kind of thing, we were anything but that. It was like, because at the time, the New Jack thing was coming in, all that stuff, but we were always in Minneapolis, St. Paul. It was about, can you step while you're playing? Do choreography. So it was a lot of that going on. It's like it was very high energy, a lot of guitar, a lot of funky stuff, funk music. So that was us. We had one ballad, that wasn't even our thing. The energy was just up and really more like a rock and roll group. The only person that's funny that's ever said that or recognized it, I think I did a gig with Vernon Reed in France one day. He's like, Mint Condition, you guys are more like a rock and roll group. Vernon Reed from Living Color. And so that's really interesting you say that. Because our approach, if you've been to any live show, was pretty much, it was very, even though the tempos were slower, it was just very, we had these different gears that would shift into, you know. And I think that's what people recognize. They can't really pinpoint it, but they can feel it. And yeah. So I think that moment in the studio at that time, doing that demo was a moment. I was like, you know what? I think we really got something. Something really clicked for me. I'm like, we have something special, and I think this is undeniable. You know,